Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to answer some. To not even answer some questions. I am seeing some things that I wanted to talk about, and one of them is people don't seem to understand why their inclusion and diversity issues efforts aren't working, and I'm going to tell you why your inclusion and diversity efforts aren't working. It's because you see inclusion and diversity, or diversity and inclusion, however you want to put it, as this thing that's separate from the rest of your business. You see it as a good to have, not a must have. But the main thing is, what most of you have are not businesses. What you have are products and services that you've been able to scale through your networks, through people helping you, through having even a great product or service, but you don't have a business in place. And this is why you don't understand the necessity or the essentialness or the importance or rushing to make sure putting any resources behind improving inclusion and diversity. And I'm saying this because I'm so sick of people saying, Kim, oh, you're an inclusion and diversity specialist. No, I am not. I am a business strategist. I build businesses. I want to come in and this is what I'm loving about the Stack Overflow situation, where their CEO has stepped down because he recognizes finally that he does not have the skills it takes to improve the community. And it's not just about inclusion and diversity, but where we get stuck is, or where I get stuck, and I guess this is where people think I'm an inclusion and diversity specialist, because we can't get beyond it. Inclusion and diversity impacts how you do payroll. It impacts how you make hiring decisions. It impacts who you partner with. It impacts what kind of marketing strategies you have. How do you use PR, your R&D? It impacts everything. And we need to stop thinking about inclusion and diversity as these separate, that you hire this one person who's a chief diversity person or whatever, and their job is to do this thing. This thing should be the lifeblood, the heartbeat of your organizations. We need to stop acting as if we're in a industrial economy. We're not making widgets. We need to be creating knowledge, and to create knowledge in a way that helps you as a business leader to leverage organizational learning, to be innovative, to differentiate yourself. You need a diverse and inclusive environment, community. That's the baseline. Once we talked about that, and address that, then you can start looking at how you're going to hire. Then you can start looking at where you're going to, because all you guys are putting all your money in these tech conferences and because you want to have a booth there. But why? Why? It's like you don't get it. It's not separate. This is why your stuff is not working. This is why you see Microsoft and Facebook and Stack Overflow and Google, and these numbers aren't improving because you're thinking of this stuff the wrong way. Inclusion and diversity is not something separate from your business. It is your business. It should be the lifeblood of your business. It's how your business is going to work. Because I'm going to give you an example. I'm working with Tito, and their Twitter handle is @useTito. They are a direct competition with Eventbrite, but they're really an ethical, moral. They think about humans in the products that they're building. And I've been working with them, and I've become a de facto interim CEO for them, because they recognize that yes, they have a great product. Yes, but they have no idea how to put the business structure in place to make sure that this product can scale, make sure that they learn from their mistakes. And I love Tito as well, and I love working with them, Dan. This has been amazing. We're going to have some great things coming forward, because I want to work with ethical companies. So basically, I'm stepping in as the interim CEO to help them put the structure in place so that inclusion and diversity is not something we have to keep having conversations about. It is about the basics of the company. It's something that defaults based on their core values. Their core values will enable them to be diverse and inclusive. this is why we need to start thinking about this. This is how you need to start thinking about the communities you're building. This is how you need to start thinking about the events you're building. Inclusion and diversity is not about, oh, we have this event now, who can we invite to speak that's from this community or from a marginalized community? That I want to get to a point where everybody is able to feel safe in these environments, where everybody knows that they're welcome in these environments, where you don't have to worry about somebody calling you out because you have a panel of all white men or white women and you think that's diversity or all anything. It should be about the business of doing business. And what I'm finding is some of you are so unwilling to do this work, so unwilling to get comfortable, so unwilling to sit back and admit that you don't know what the hell you're doing, that you'd rather sabotage your business. And that's scary to me. That's really interesting. That's another level of white supremacy. That's another level of racism. That's another level of anti-blackness. That's another level of discrimination. That's another level of sexism, patriarchy, a whole bunch of things that I just don't understand. You're creating a business, and yet you don't want to succeed because I've heard so many times, we would hire you, but your style is this, that, and the other. My style gets shit done. That's all you should care about, is that I get shit done. I'm gonna move your organization to a place where you're not, inclusion and diversity is just a normal part of the conversation. It's not this outlier. And this is why I was railed so hard against, do not call me an inclusion and diversity specialist. I build businesses, and we need to build better businesses so that we can have better products and services, so that the lack of inclusion is not a risk management issue for you, so that we're not harming the most vulnerable, so that we understand that tech is not neutral, and intention without strategy is chaos. And that's what we have right now. We have a whole bunch of chaos. We have to go back and fix a whole bunch of stuff before we move forward. And that's going to require us to make inclusive and diversity a part of the lifeblood, not these things that I think about, I have a problem with, or I need to think about now. It should be from the head down about this population, this employees, our partners, our investors, and our customers that reflect the world, make us better. And that's just the bottom line. So I just want to get on here because I know why your diversity and inclusion efforts aren't working, because you need to stop thinking of them as this satellite thing. We're building systems. We are building systems. Stop thinking in silos. Inclusion and diversity is the bedrock of a business, of an effective business in the information knowledge economy, period. So thank you. I'm about to head off into a meeting. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.